You retired to Thailand when the dollar bought you 36 baht. Today, it buys you 34. By end 2026, the forecasts say 33. That sounds like rounding error. Until you do the math. On a $2,000 monthly remittance, that single baht of difference costs you over $700 a year in lost purchasing power. And here's what almost nobody sending money into Thailand understands. This move is not random. It is being driven by 4 structural forces that are accelerating right now. This isn't a forecast video. It's a mechanics video. By the end of it, you'll understand exactly why the baht is strengthening, where the Bank of Thailand draws its lines in the sand, and what a practical remittance strategy actually looks like, built around real numbers, not guesswork. Let's quantify the stakes before we go any further. If you're an American retiree receiving $2,000 a month from Social Security or a pension, here's what the numbers look like across different exchange rate scenarios. At 36 baht per dollar, where the rate was in mid-2023, you were bringing in 72,000 baht a month. At today's rate of roughly 34, that's 68,000 baht. At the end 2026 consensus forecast of 33, that drops to 66,000 baht. 66,000 versus 72,000. That's 6,000 baht a month you're not getting. That's 72,000 baht a year, roughly $2,000 that evaporated without you changing a single thing about how you live. Now scale that to a more typical retirement income. If you're remitting $5,000 a month, not unusual for a couple in Phuket or Bangkok, that same rate move from 36 to 33 represents a loss of 15,000 baht per month, 180,000 baht a year, over $5,000. Gone. Simply because the exchange rate moved 3 baht and you had no framework for understanding why. That's the stakes. Now let's talk about the mechanism. There are 4 things driving the baht's structural strengthening, and they're not moving in the same direction at the same speed, which is exactly why timing matters. Force 1. Thailand's foreign exchange reserves. The Bank of Thailand is sitting on $282 billion in reserves, up from $216 billion just 3 years ago. That's the 13th largest reserve stockpile in the world. What that means in practice is that the BOT can defend the baht against speculative pressure for an extended period without blinking. If a hedge fund decides to bet against the baht, the BOT has the firepower to make that an expensive mistake. Reserves at that level don't guarantee baht strength, but they do guarantee that the BOT controls the floor. Force 2. The current account surplus. In 2022, Thailand was running a current account deficit of 3.43% of GDP. Tourism had collapsed, energy import costs were elevated, and more money was flowing out of Thailand than in. By 2025, that number had swung to a surplus of 2.76% of GDP, a shift of more than 6 percentage points in 3 years. A current account surplus means more US dollars flowing into Thailand than out. Tourism receipts, export earnings, service income. All of that creates natural, structural demand for baht, the kind of demand that doesn't require the BOT to do anything. It just happens because the underlying flows are there. Force 3. Thailand's real interest rate. This one surprises most people. Thailand's policy rate sits at 2.50%. Inflation, as of 2025, is essentially zero, minus 0.13% to be precise. That means Thailand's real interest rate, the rate after you strip out inflation, is sitting at 4.85%. That's the highest it's been in over a decade. A real interest rate of nearly 5% is a powerful attractor for capital. Global fund managers look at that number and see yield. Capital flows in, demand for baht rises, and the currency strengthens. Force 4. And this is the big external wildcard. is the US Federal Reserve's rate cut timeline. Right now, the spread between US and Thai interest rates is approximately 275 basis points, meaning US rates are meaningfully higher than Thai rates. That differential keeps the dollar relatively strong against the baht. Every time the Fed cuts by 25 basis points, that spread narrows. A narrower spread weakens the dollar and strengthens the baht, mechanically, automatically, regardless of anything happening inside Thailand. So you have three forces already in motion: reserves, current account surplus, real interest rates, all pointing toward a stronger baht. And you have a fourth force, the Fed's rate cuts, sitting in the queue. When those cuts arrive, they add fuel to a fire that's already burning. Here's the piece of the puzzle that actually makes this actionable. The Bank of Thailand doesn't just let the baht float freely. Thailand operates a managed float, and the BOT's estimated comfort zone runs from 33 baht per dollar on the strong side to 37 baht per dollar on the weak side. What does that mean for you? It means that if the baht strengthens past 33, if you're suddenly getting less than 33 baht per dollar, the BOT is likely to step in and sell baht to weaken it back into the corridor. And if the baht weakens past 37, they'll buy baht to strengthen it. This is not a guarantee. It's a de facto band, not a published peg. But the BOT has the reserves, the track record, and the institutional incentive to manage within it. The practical implication is this: you're probably not going to see 32 baht per dollar in 2026. You're probably not going back to 37 either. The consensus forecast of 33 to 34 for end 2026 sits right at the strong edge of the BOT's comfort zone, which is precisely why most analysts think the baht's appreciation from here is gradual and capped, not sharp. The one thing that could break the ceiling? A faster than expected collapse in the US dollar if the Fed cuts aggressively. That's a tail risk, not a base case. So what does an intelligent remittance strategy look like given all of this? First, stop thinking about timing the market and start thinking about managing around the structure. You now know the rough band. You know the forces. You know roughly which direction the rate is heading. That means something. If you're using a service like Wise, set a rate alert. Pick a number, 34, 50, 35, and get notified when the rate hits it. Then convert a larger lump sum rather than small monthly transfers. Every time you transfer a small amount, you're paying the spread once more. Batching reduces that friction. Second, look at seasonality. Thailand's tourism peak runs October through February. That inflow of foreign currency, hundreds of thousands of tourists converting euros and dollars into baht, creates seasonal demand for the Thai currency. Historically, the baht has tended to firm slightly in the October to January window as tourist dollars flow in. That's not a law of physics, but it's a pattern worth being aware of. Third, if you're planning a large remittance for a specific purpose, a condo purchase, a car, a year's rent paid in advance, talk to your bank or a licensed currency broker about a forward contract. You lock the rate today for delivery in 30, 60, or 90 days. You give up the upside if the rate moves in your favor, but you eliminate the downside if it moves against you. For a transaction above $50,000, that insurance premium is usually worth paying. Here's the honest summary. The baht is structurally stronger than it was 2 years ago. It is likely to be modestly stronger still by the end of 2026, probably in the 33 to 34 range. It will not collapse back to 37 without a major external shock, because the BOT has the reserves and the structural fundamentals to prevent it. It will not strengthen dramatically past 33, because the BOT will resist that too. For a typical expat remitting $2,000 to $5,000 a month, the practical impact over a full year is real. We're talking between $2,000 and $5,000 of annual purchasing power at stake, depending on your income level and the timing of your conversions. The one thing to do this week: check what rate you've been converting at for the last 6 months. Go back through your Wise or bank transfers, calculate the average, and compare it to where the rate sits today. If there's a gap, and for most passive converters there is, that's your baseline. Build your next conversion decision around the 33 to 35 structural range, not around daily noise. The rate doesn't have to be at 33 for this to matter. It matters right now, today, at whatever rate you're converting at, because a plan beats no plan, every single time. For deeper analysis on Baht forecasts, remittance tax strategy under Thailand's POR 161 rules, and the full expat financial playbook, subscribe to the Bangkok Brief newsletter at thebangkokbrief.com, or subscribe to this channel so you don't miss what comes next.